States, you are here.
Alright. Put your phone off or you put it on silent. The court is in session. You are appearing before His Lordship, Justice L.B. James.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Any application for the bar?
With kind permission to the senior member of the bar, may I humbly seek the leave of this honorable court to mention case number 5 on the criminal court list out of turn.
Okay. Call case number 5 on the criminal court list.
Case number 5 on the criminal court list, CT/EP1/2022, between the state versus Idris.
Is the defendant present?
Yes, my lord.
Your Lordship, the defendant is present in court.
Appearance.
May it please your Lordship, Rose Okon. My humble appearance is for the complainant. We apologize for the absence of the complainant, sir.
Counsel, please can you spell your last name?
O initial. Okon is spelled O-K-O-N.
Is there any representative for the defendant?
Yes, your lordship. May the court be pleased. N.M. Ukwen. I humbly enter appearance for the innocent defender, your lordship.
Okay. Counsel, please can you spell your last name?
Okay. Ukwen is spelled U-K-P-E-N.
Okay, Counselor. What is this matter for?
My lord, the matter is slated today for mention. Subject to the convenience of the court, we are ready to go on.
Is the defendant ready to go on? Are you ready to proceed with this case?
Yes, your lordship. We are ready to go on.
Mr. Idris,
Yes, my lord.
what language do you understand?
Yes, my lord. I understand English language.
Listen to the complaint against you.
The complaints are: number 1, that you, Idris, male, 18 years old, of Township Quarters, Abuja, on the 27th day of June 2022 at about 7:08 a.m. slaughtered one Mr. Tuesday with a cutlass which caused deep pain on his head, thereby commits an offense of attempted murder contrary to Section 320 of the Criminal Code, punishable under Section 321 of Criminal Code. Number 2, that you, Idris, male, 28 years old, living at Township Quarters, Abuja, that on 27th day of June 2022 at about 7:08 a.m. caused deep pain on the head of one Mr. Tuesday with a cutlass which later led to his death, thereby committed offense of culpable homicide contrary to Section 220 of the Penal Code and punishable under Section 221 of Penal Code. Number 3, Idris, male, 28 years old, of Township Quarters, Abuja, on the 27th day of June 2022 at about 7:08 a.m. caused several bodily cuts on one Mr. Tuesday with a cutlass, thereby caused bodily hurt, thereby commit an offense of causing bodily hurt contrary to Section 241 of Penal Code, punishable under Section 242 of Penal Code.
Mr. Idris, do you understand the complaint read to you?
Yes, your lordship.
Is the offense of attempted murder leveled against you true?
Not true, my lord.
Is the offense of causing bodily harm leveled against you true?
Not true, my lord.
Mr. Idris, are you guilty of the offense of murder leveled against you?
I am not guilty, my lord.
My lord, having pleaded not guilty to all charges by the defendant, we shall be asking for a short date to enable us to prove our case.
Yes, your lordship.
Do you have any objection to this application for adjournment?
Your lordship, we are not opposing our application for dates. Meanwhile, may we seek the leave of this honorable court to make an application for the bail of the defendant. May your lordship be pleased.
Leave hereby granted.
As the court wishes. We are most grateful, your lordship. Our application is brought pursuant to Section 135, subsection 5 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as amended 2011. Section 159, 160, and 161 of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2018, and under the inherent jurisdiction of this honorable court. Your lordship, as provided by law, the accused person standing trial before my lordship is presumed to be innocent until he is proved guilty. Although we recognize the fact that granting of bail is at the sole discretion of the court, we urge your lordship to use its discretion judicially and judiciously in granting the defendant bail in liberal term. I have the instruction of the defendant, and he has promised that he won't jump bail when granted. he will always make himself available at all times to defend his case. Your Lordship, he has a reasonable surety and he will not interfere with any further investigation. We urge your Lordship to grant our prayers as prayed and admit the defendant on bail. May your Lordship be pleased.
All right. Complainant counsel, any objection to this bail application?
Your Lordship, we are vehemently opposing the application of the defendant's counsel for the bail of the defendant, even though granting of bail is at the sole discretion of the court. The court is under obligation to consider, among other things, the offense which the defendant is alleged to have committed, the possibility to make himself available for trial, and not to interfere with the investigation. Your Lordship, the offense which the defendant is alleged standing trial on is not ordinarily bailable, neither is it compoundable. When the defendant was at the facility of the police, we are surprised on how he escaped the room. We searched for him for more than 3 weeks before he finally reported himself. It is on this background we urge your Lordship to refuse the application of the defendant's counsel seeking for bail of the defendant. Justice is of three-way traffic. Justice to the parties, justice to the court, and justice to the society. Even though it is the constitutional right of the defendant entitling him to his personal liberty, it can be curtailed in certain circumstances, like in this situation where the defendant is alleged to have committed a capital offense. In the interest of justice, we urge your Lordship to refuse the application of the defendant's counsel seeking for bail. May my Lord be pleased.
Defense counsel, any reply on point of law?
Yes, your Lordship. The Supreme Court of Nigeria have held in plethora cases, like in the case of Ezekiel versus Attorney General of the Federation, 2017. Number 6 of the Nigeria Weekly Law Report, page 228, has it that the exercise of the discretion of the court is not appealable, and escape from the lawful custody is not part of this charge, your Lordship. Where there is an allegation without proof, such allegation can be denied without proof. We urge your Lordship to discountenance the objection raised by the prosecution and grant the defendant bail. May your Lordship be pleased.
Thank you, defense counsel. I want heard from both counsels. This is the ruling of the court. The defense counsel applied for bail for the defendant under Section 35, Subsection 5 of the 1995 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, and under the provisions of laws regulating the practice and procedures of this honorable court. However, the bail was strongly opposed by the prosecuting counsel. I have carefully listened to the argument of both counsel, and I agree with the position of the learned counsel for the defendant that bail is a discretion of the court. And I also agree with the provision of the argument of the prosecuting counsel that while I am exercising such discretion, I have to consider some certain circumstances judicially and judiciously. In light of this above, I hereby grant bail to the defendant.
As the court pleases.
There are circumstances in which this bail and conditions which I'm granting this bail. Such circumstances include that the defendant, Mr. Idris, will provide a surety who will be a civil servant of level number 12 and above, who live within the jurisdiction of this honorable court. And the surety shall provide passport photograph and a means of identification as well as an address which will be verified by a staff of this honorable court.
As the court pleases.
Number 2, Mr. Idris, you are granted bail with a total sum of 5 million naira.
As the court pleases.
Having said that, I would love to hear the date for the hearing of the case. Councillors, do you have a date for the hearing?
Your Lordship, we have agreed on the 17th day of November 2022.
Okay. Please, can you check if that date is convenient for the court?
Convenient, Your Lordship.
Thank you. Competent lawyer, is this date, 17th day of November 2022, convenient for you?
Convenient, Your Lordship.
This matter is hereby adjourned to the 17th day of November 2022 for hearing.
And the court pleases.